Hey, Gabriel here with the Icon Capture Jeeps Intelligence Brief for August 7th, 2026. All right, procurement portfolio managers, we need to talk because this is one of those boards where if you only look at the opportunity count, you are going to misread the market. Here's what I want to do with you today. I want to walk through the new opportunity flow, the legislative and executive movement, the regulatory and court signals, and then bottom line what this means if you're actually managing a portfolio right now and trying to decide where to lean in, where to stay patient, and where you may be kidding yourself. Before we start, this is the last brief before this terrain window narrows. 0 seats left in the GPS displacement window review. 0 opportunities. Competitive displacement windows this week. That signal is what opened this session, and it will not repeat the same way tomorrow. The question is no longer what you could chase. It is what is still reachable before this window closes, and what needs to start now for the 12 to 18-month board. Code GPS 26.w1 at the-govcon-elite/capture. Now, let's read the board, so let's get right to the facts. Over the last 168 hours, GPS surfaced 0 new opportunities posted on SAM.gov. 0 federal hiring signals across 0 agencies. And all of that is happening while market BCL is 0%, with 0 agencies stalled under the continuing resolution. We're looking at a very quiet window, 168 hours without new opportunities. This silence isn't just about a lull in volume, it reflects broader themes in accessibility versus raw numbers. When the capture terminal shows a 0 across the board, it's a sign to dig deeper. Are we dealing with procedural bottlenecks or strategic withholding? Either way, managers who read this tape know it's not just about waiting for volume to spike back up. The bid conversion likelihood, BCL, sitting at 0% confirms that it's not just a dry spell, but a complete stall. In normal conditions, a trickle of solicitations might still yield some movement in the BCL. However, with no top postings emerging, it suggests the wheels of government procurement are currently jammed. The absence of legislative, executive, or FAR/DFAR's activity further underscores a systemic pause. One could interpret this as the impact of a continuing resolution, CR drag, where uncertainty about funding releases creates a vacuum in new bidding opportunities. For those managing this book, understanding the interplay between CRs and procurement cycles is crucial. It's a temporary standstill, but understanding these patterns helps in positioning your portfolio for when the faucet turns back on. Turning to secondary signals, the terrain is marked by complete silence. No terrain holes, no hiring spread, no court opinions, and 0 lobbying clusters. This absence could signal a potential market mispricing. When no signals are active, it's often a precursor to sudden shifts once things restart. Procurement portfolio managers should be keenly aware of these dormant periods. They often precede bursts of activity that can catch the unprepared off guard. Without hiring movements or lobbying clusters, it suggests a tactical retreat by agencies and firms alike. It's not just about waiting out the storm, it's about repositioning for the next wave. Those who can anticipate the hiring and lobbying shifts will be better placed to capitalize on new opportunities as they arise. Court opinions, or the lack thereof, can also play a significant role. With no new rulings, any pending litigation that could unlock or delay procurement processes remains in limbo. Managers should keep an eye on this. Sudden court decisions can catalyze market shifts, opening or closing pathways for certain opportunities. In essence, while the board may appear stalled, the savvy portfolio manager knows that beneath this still surface, tectonic plates are shifting. The smart move now is to prepare for the market's reactivation, ensuring that when the signals return, their strategy is agile, responsive, and ready to capture the next wave of opportunities. In the current procurement landscape, characterized by macro-terrain overview, the focus must shift to understanding what is moving versus what is stalled to maintain strategic advantage. Are you effectively differentiating between pipeline volume and actionable opportunities? How are you leveraging data to identify terrain holes and mitigate risks? Are you maintaining a disciplined approach to ensure balanced capacity and load (BCL) management? Our conviction is clear. Disciplined portfolio management, grounded in precise data analysis, is crucial to navigating the complexities of this market and ensuring sustainable procurement success. Last thing before I sign off, and I want to be direct. 0 seats left in the GPS displacement window review. When this window closes, the terrain that justified it moves on. Tomorrow's signal will be different. The next session will read a different board. If the brief we just walked through gave you a reason to act, now is the time. Code GPS 26W1, communities.theicon.ai/capture, the-govcon-elite. 0.0 million records, 4 verticals ready, provenance traced from bill to award. Like and subscribe if you're managing a federal grant, research, GovCon, or commercial portfolio. I drop a new GPS brief every weekday. All links, terminal preview, Shipley sessions, live cohort calendar, and the full brief are at communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite. Register free, and it's all there. This is Gabriel. I'll see you tomorrow. I will be disconnecting you in 5 seconds due to